Okay, happy Sunday. This is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Currently, playthrough is at 8 days and 1 hour, 6 minutes long. Oh, yeah, I already did that. Okay, so that's where we are. We're in the middle city of in the Abyss. What did we just do? Oh, we did claiming a bounty for somebody we killed that we didn't know we were going to get paid for, but works for me. We got these guys. Anyway, cast of characters currently is Gimpy. Everybody's level 16. Gimpy is a lawful evil damn fear. Oracle Hell Knight Signifier 9 and 7 there. Why 9 and 7? Cause. And then Mythic Path is currently rank 5 as a Lich. Got all that stuff going on. And then his devoted follower, Stottenvane, is a lawful evil dwarven war priest. He's undead. He was one of the main characters. Well, yeah, I guess a minor character in the story at the beginning. We ended up killing him, and then let him stew in a jail. Well, not stew, ferment in a jail cell for a while, and then eventually brought him back as an undead war priest for us. Then we have Camellia. She is our spirit hunter, aka shaman. She is primarily our buffer person at the moment. She does a little bit of healing here and there, but she's mainly throws the hexes around, buffs, that kind of stuff. And she's fun to have around. Then we have Ember, our elven stigmatized witch, again throwing hexes. She's our main our main arcane damage type person. She likes throwing fire around, watching things burn. But she does it in a nice way. And another one of our undead people, we have Delamere. She is a slayer. She focuses on range combat with a bow, does quite well at it, and she didn't appreciate us turning her into an undead, but she doesn't get a choice because that's the way it works. And then Greybore is currently filling up the 6th slot. He is a slayer as well. He's in the group currently because we're doing his companion quests. That's why we're in this particular area at the moment. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, so that's everyone. Oh, no, it's actually not everyone. Because we also have the Skeletal Executioner. This is Gimpy's pet from being a Lich. This is a two-handed fighter that got turned into our Barbarian as well. So he charges into stuff and gets full attacks, blah, blah stuff. Not super effective because of his levels, but he gets stuff done. And then our newest member, this is Bob. He's a Velociraptor. He's a pet belonging to Camellia, who just picked up a pet as a result of her animal focus or whatever as a shaman. She finally picked this up as a pet, and he's a death-touched Velociraptor. Hey, Ray, welcome back. So he's doing his thing. We actually haven't seen him in combat yet. We're interested. It's going to be interesting to see what he does, because he gets like 10 million attacks at the moment. He gets 6 attacks with his talons. Then he's got a bite attack, then a claw, and then a gore. He's got 10 million attacks, so we'll see how this works out. He's got a gore attack because of the equipment he's currently wearing. His hat gives him a gore attack there. But anyway, there's Bob. Bob the Velociraptor. Okay, so that's where we are. What? Do we have anything really else to do in here? This is the Assassin's Guild. Guess we'll take a quick lap around, see if we find anything hidden. No.
I'll go ahead.
So apparently we can't get up here. Maybe we can. No, that's underneath. Okay, so off we go. Go find something else to do. What? I don't know. Sounds like 9 attacks, but still impressive. Yeah, 9 attacks. Well, his talons do 6 just from his talons. He does get 6 attack those, and then he gets the claw, the bite, and the gore on top of that. So, again, we want to see what he does. Because he hasn't seen combat yet. Okay. So the entrance to the Assassin's Guild is secret entrance because you have to turn the map just a certain way because of the way the city works. Is like you change the angles of the camera, it moves the city around. In this case, you have to move it you have to be looking in the right direction in order to lower this section or raise it. Actually, I think so you can see the entrance to the Assassin's Guild. Tricky trick. Okay, so Grave War. Down. Active energy feels hard to wrath from satisfaction. It's dangerous for most potent drug. What's the blah blah blah. We'll speak to Greybor and find out if enough blood has not been spilled to restore his reputation. And of course, we can't talk to him here because that would make sense. So. Does anybody else have anything in this area? Okay, so Amber still wants to talk to Nicticula. Celsius needs to meet him with his brother. Dreams are in ruin. Initially, we prefer not to be reminded of our sinful past, but realize blah blah blah. So, guess we have to go just talk to people that are our own group. Hey Jeff, welcome back. You said that you're in the final quarter of this game. Final quarter. I don't know. I don't know how far I have to go. Because remember, this is my first playthrough, so I don't really know. From what people say, I'm only about a little over halfway. There's loot up there. Loot over there. Where do we want to go? Hey, Ring, welcome back. About 2/3 through? There's your answer, Jeff. So still a little while. Still a while. Okay, be warned, I have a little cold going on. I got the sniffles, my voice is all messed up. It's all Mrs. Gimpy's fault. Oh, look, free stuff. Five is still long, okay. Little cold? No, that's Bob. That's Bob there. Go back to the portal so we can go back to her. Oh, I guess they should change it. Poor Bob. It's not your Bob. It's not my Bob either. It's somebody's Bob, but it's not mine. That's the way we want to go. We have people we need to talk to. I wish you could talk to people that are actually in your group. That'd be nice. Oh, happy Sunday. It's like a cool town. What, the one we just went to? This isn't a town, though. Get your shot for it? No. I don't think the shot affects the sniffles. Again, this is Mrs. Gimpy's fault. She insists on opening the bedroom windows in the middle of the night when I'm dead asleep. As she gets a little warm. Hamlet? Sure. Because I normally only sleep with like a sheet on me, because that's all I need to stay comfortable, especially when the windows are closed. And what she does, she sleeps underneath the blanket, so she gets hot, and her solution to that is to open the windows. So she drops the temperature down in the room quite a bit, and next thing I know, I got a cold. Yeah, that would be the logical thing to do, but that's not what she does. That's not what she does. I hate to spare her to welcome back. I don't use a blanket, that's the whole point. She does. Perhaps I should thank you for your help. Assist me dealing with all of Yaz's schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I'm grateful for that. What kind of mess we've involved ourselves in. Gregor pauses for a moment, and then slowly begins to explain. An anonymous client ordered Yaz, the head of the Assassin's Guild of the city, to kill Willidus. He tried to take the target down several times, but Willidus turned out to be quite a tough nut to crack. Then Yaz gave me a new anonymous assignment. Kill Darazand, and tell him that Willidus sends his best regards. However, Yaz gave me a weapon that would only wound Darazand, not kill him. He hoped it would provoke Darazand and make him angry enough to go kill Willidus himself. Oh, White House and I know. She doesn't understand. Okay, of course, she killed Darazand before we even had a chance to do anything else. When Yaz found out that we were both in the abyss and that I'd be eager to talk to Willidus, he started to give me hints as to where to find this fellow. We lived up to his expectations. Willidus died, and I'm sure you remember what happened next, as we all do. As well as I do. What, we got paid? So we killed Willidus for no reason. He smirks cynically. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage to my reputation? No. Was he utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sink an axe into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Were the creatures we encountered in said manner the most atrocious and perverted things I've ever met? The answer to all these questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves asleep over his death, and neither should we. Your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? There's a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes. Don't panic. This will make people think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. But I'm grateful my companions didn't need me to deal with this by myself, even though they had every right to do so. So I am used to working alone. I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who's got my back. Protecting one's honor is important. He nods in agreement. Who would we be without our reputation? A bunch of opportunistic scoundrels who'd be driven away from every door. A dishonorable life isn't worth a copper. To work with demons and follow their... Are you willing to work with demons and follow their orders? Why would you ask that question? What do you think about your membership in the Assassin's Guild? He had a smug smile behind his beard. Yeah, Lich would be a real question, but I don't know yet where we got the demon thing from. I think this... Oh, probably because the Assassin's Guild is run by demons. I think this position rightfully belongs to me. This guild is not as infamous as the Red Mantis, the legendary fanatic assassins who received their victims as offerings to their god. Akakek, whatever. Or the silent monks of Anaphexia, who guard some kind of secret knowledge and murder anyone who dares to touch it. But its name still means something to the discerning client. The city is a crossroads between several different planes, and Yaz's assassins work not only in the Abyss and on Galarian, but also in many other interesting places. The fact that I was accepted into this society is undeniable proof of my professionalism. I am grateful that you did not insist on the exclusivity of our contract, but allow me to reap the benefits of my hard work. Are you really willing to work with demons and follow their orders? With a heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eye. Is there really much difference between me and them? They are the product of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I'm able to admit that my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and I shall never become a respectable member of society, a friend, or a father. But I'm tired of asking forgiveness for what I am. Here I will not be judged for my profession. He clenches his fist and mutters through gritted teeth. I am not the freak or monster they think me back on Galarian. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies and then despise me for my profession? They'll treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skills. They will treat me as a professional, and not a criminal or a blackguard. It's strange to say this, but I don't feel out of place here. Have you thought about quitting the business? And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who tell tall tales about their adventurous youth to drunk patrons? My soul is that of a wanderer and a killer. My art is my only source of pride, and abandoning it will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I already tried to settle down and find an honest job, and nothing good came from it. I shall quit my profession only when I am judged by Pharasma herself. Okay, so all that. Dun, dun, dun. Do you like working for me?
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. His previous job as a dog walker was a horrible failure, probably. Okay, after some thought, the dwarf offers you a slight smile. Yes, I like you, Commander. You don't keep me from doing what I do. You don't try to preach at me, and you act with precision and competence. I respect that. You've managed to restore your reputation and join the guild. What about our contract? Do you want to terminate it? Dwarf begins to count his fingers one at a time. First, it would have been highly unprofessional to abandon you after you helped me. Second, the war's still in full swing. My departure would have been a source of gossip, which in turn would have damaged my reputation beyond repair. I don't want people to perceive me as a coward who fled from a good fight. Third, I've long since discovered that working for you is profitable in more ways than one. You're always trying to take down the most dangerous targets, and they make great additions to my trophy list. So, he's using me. Okay. So that's you. There's Ember. Am I supposed to be talking to somebody else? Oh, this is Midnight Isle stuff. Go on a date to the Battle Bliss Arena. I have to do that still. Grudges to settle. Blah. Okay. So the Wicked. This is Ember stuff. This is Social. This is Aru. So, when I talk to him, there's Bob. Aru is outside somewhere. I think she's Regil, Ninio. Yeah, she's hiding up there. This has been sanctified. It can protect the area around. Okay, deal. Blah, it's good that you're here. Shall we be silent together? You like silence. I used to talk a lot before, and all it was a lie. My words ruined so much. I like silence more now. Tell me about this Demoncio. He was a poet and a knight once, a brave servant of Desna and a kind defender of the weak. I broke him. I seduced him, sent him away, beckoned him back with false hope of reunion. I made him do things I'm too ashamed to recall now. I left him somewhere on the road to the city, thinking that he was going to die in the nearest ditch, yet somehow he survived, and now, this wretched creature has spent so many years in the abyss that I'm not sure if there's anything still left of the person I knew. I shouldn't go too close to each other. I'm afraid this temptation will be your demise. Blah. Life of the abyss. Stuff. So nothing really good here. Bring this up. I've been thinking about it a lot. I feel so comfortable with you. Uh-oh. I clicked too much there. Just so comfortable. Let us not tempt fate any further. We should still be friends and companions. And yet we must not let our fears rule us. I believe in you. You are stronger than any temptation. You believe in me even more than I do. Thank you for being by my side. Sure, no problem. I'll be watching you. That's not creepy.
I know the way.
Does he have anything to talk to us about? Oh shit, he does. What is our next step? In the city there is no one as powerful as Shamira, the right hand of Nocticula herself. It is she who rules the city while her inscrutable mistress is away. Sad as it is for me to admit, we must try to gain her favor if we want the city to take us seriously. How well known am I to the Dendians of the city? Nocticula herself has noticed you. The rest of the city had heard of you long before that. What do you think of the one they call the champion of Galarian? I know why you have asked me this. I do not always agree with what you do, so many things depend on you. The very thought that you could falter and succumb to demonic temptation terrifies me. Forgive me this weakness and these doubts. Can you heal me? I don't need to be healed. You face great challenges in the first place. Boss stuff. Okay. Okay, so I think... So that's an Ember thing. This is Social. This is Rochelet. Let's do the Social thing first, because I think that takes us back to the arena, which we have some other stuff to do. I want to go here, not all the way down there. Oh, wait a minute. Let's rest. I just screwed this up, but that's okay. Wish they would have put the portal inside the cave. What scrolls do we need? What can we make? Once met a gnome who had a little stand in the middle of a room with some wrapping paper on it. He called it art. We're shown the patroness of that too. I think the beauty of that work of art lies in the philosophical idea behind it. If the gnome was truly inspired, that means the goddess was with him. And if he was a charlatan, well, that is on his own conscience. So the right answer there is no, it's not art. Socio doesn't think it's art. He says if the gnome thinks it's art, sure, why not? But that doesn't mean it is. It sounds like a discussion we had yesterday. Was that yesterday or was that Friday? Oh, I guess I should level up Socio since we're going to be bringing him along. One person thinks it's art. It's art. It's art to that person, yes. Stuff. So nothing for the cleric at level 16. Okay, level 1, nothing there. 2s. Oh, how come we can't take that as that's messed up? Arrow of Blanc as you can. 3. So, Grace, Wisdom, more heal or more buffs? How's everybody doing on strength that needs it? His strength is 6. He's got one belt plus 2.
Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for November. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday, and again, the giveaway will be happening in a few more hours. The bow strength definitely helps some people, but everybody who really needs it already has the +4, I think. So, Socio. More healing. Can never have enough heals. So greater restoration there. Oh, you can do holy word. Do not creature within the area. This is all enemies. Effects are cumulative and concurrent. A successful save reduces or eliminates these effects. Creatures affected by multiple effects take only one save and apply the blah blah blah. So, no, we don't want stupid holy word.
Incoming message.
Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Goose Fat Fluffer, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, the name. Let's see. Humble Strike. He doesn't really have the spell penetration stuff. So make somebody like Paladin. Cure Serious Wound, Circle of Clarity. Saving throws recognize illusions. Emanation negates concealment less than total concealment. Within the area, perception checks to notice the creature's object within the area, blah blah blah. It's 1 run per level. Still curse greater. Again, he doesn't have the stuff to make them. Cure serious wounds. Level 8. So he's got Unholy Aura, Holy Aura. Oh, sorry, Holy Aura and Shield of Law. Angelic Aspect Greater. There we go. So, regular Angelic. He doesn't need that anymore. Cleanse. Disrupting weapon, that's for fighting undead. I don't know. Serenity? Those attempting to commit violence become stricken with ranking pain, take 3d6 points of damage each round they attempt to harm another creature. See how many make those saves. They probably do. All of them do. Well, might as well rest one more time. Make sure Soul Seal's all ready to go.
Despite their differences, your parents truly loved each other. How I wish I could experience that kind of love.
You don't know what you're wishing for. The best outcome from that kind of love is a good-looking child like me. The worst outcome? Well, let's just say no love is worth that.
Lance got no arrogance issues at all. No problem. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, gotta remember to bring Soul Seal instead of Grey Boar. We gotta keep Cammy with us, even though she's a buffer too, but she's our primary thief person too. Kind of sucks, but that's the way it is. Okay, it's not Grey Boar. Gonna hurt our damage output a little bit, but not a huge deal. Okay, let's go visit Tavern first. Mercy. See what that is. I don't know who that's for. Oh, gotta make sure the pets are with us too before we do buffs. Sometimes they don't come inside right away. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, everybody's here. So, Mercy. Oh. Red Mask Assassin Line is hard surprising, the chaotic and vile nature of the abyss, blah blah blah. However, someone who relies on the rabble from the streets and lower cities is likely to succeed in their efforts. It's supposed to be in here, I think. Yeah, there it is over there. So let's buff up and go talk to that person. Looking for balance, right? There you go. Okay, so... Got to make sure the new pet gets buffed with stuff. Store their image. Targets. Amelia's Bob. Plus wisdom. Bark skin. Why isn't or bones? Is that this one? Add Bob in here. Courage, bark skin. Who's doing the bark skins? Oh, heroism too. Bark skin, bark skin. There we go. Good enough? Should be good enough. Wait, did the wife at least throw an extra cover on you when she opened? No, she did not. That's the problem. That's why I have a cold, Jeff. Not my fault. Okay. All set. Set, I think. Okay, red mask. Assume she would at least put an extra cover on the dogs she loves at least. Oh, I'm sure they got covered up. It's usually how it works around here. I'm last on the list. The woman in the red mask grimly examines the cloudy glass and its equally cloudy contents. She doesn't seem to notice you, but when the silence drags on, she grinds out. Get lost. I'm not looking for drinking companions. Who are you? Staring, the masked woman hisses through clenched teeth. It's none of your business. I am red mask, and that should be enough for you. Why did you send assassins after Latverk? She smiles bitterly and removes her mask, revealing the unmistakable features of an Aasimar. And what was once a surely beautiful face, but had been disfigured by terrible scars. Someone must have flayed her, carving away entire portions of her skin. That wretch deserves the worst death imaginable. When the demons abducted and enslaved me, that bought me and my fellow captives. I thought myself saved, but I was wrong. The worst was yet to come. The things he did to us, I cannot describe them. He destroyed our bodies and our souls. His sick mind is full of filthy, perverse desires, and he acted them out on us. It was a miracle I managed to escape. I could have left the abyss, but it feels as if Latverk has sown the seeds of his madness in my soul. I refuse to spread his sickness to other places, happier places. Let his evil perish here, in the abyss, utterly and without a trace. Ah, the hand's voice trembles with barely concealed anger. She does not lie. Her heart aches with a desire for retribution. Latverk is a liar and a traitor, and he must answer for his misdeeds. Champion, let's go back and see that he faces justice for his crimes. Amber's eyes fill with tears. It's terrible what he did to you. The woman flashes a cynical grin. Am I not pretty enough for you? Are you afraid? Yes, I'll never be called a beauty again. No, it's not about beauty or anything else he stole from you. I'm scared of what he's given you. He shared his pain with you, and it took root and grew. There is a thorny tangle of suffering in your heart, and you are impaled on its spikes. True answer is you're banned. A murderous lunatic hiding behind a facade of generous and selfless virtue. How trite. Oh, Cammy. Commander looks at you straight in the eye. He must be destroyed. Why has this story affected you so much? It's not like that's not like you. You usually show more restraint. Do you think I'm wrong? The monster must be destroyed. His atrocities have condemned him to the harshest punishments. Society cannot survive with such rot eating away at its core. She falls silent. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet and sad. He was caught. We are in the abyss. Society here is somewhat different than we are used to. Sadly, Latverk's behavior is not likely to cause any outrage here. I hear you. Society should eliminate those who disturb the peace. We are in complete agreement. She nods. Such monsters do not belong anywhere, not even in the city here. Why is Latverk doing this? Because he is a madman. Blood-soaked lunatic draped in the raiment of a holy savior. A psychopath. A filthy deviant whose sick desires can only be sated by the suffering of his victims. What happened to you after you escaped? I have walked the path of vengeance since then. Callistria, patron goddess of all who have been wronged, has shown me I must dedicate myself to this path. I am the retribution that stalks villains in the night, paints the darkness red, and makes the streets ring with their pitiful screams as they end their miserable lives. That Frick deserves a fitting punishment. I will help you. Then go to his home and repay the man for his many sins. I will be waiting for you there. I will fall upon that deviant like the blade of vengeance itself. Together we will ensure that he pays for his crimes with his life. The hand's voice is pensive and sorrowful. I weep for her. I see how open and pure her heart once was, a shining beacon of kindness and mercy. But the pain and torments that befell her made her cruel. Anger burns within her, and she no longer knows what is good and what is not. I cannot and will not judge her. I mourn the innocence that has been lost. Stuff. So, Latverk, he was the Aasimar that was trying to save the other Aasimars, but he's really a douchebag? I think that's what's going on there. Oh, where are we going? We are going to... Oh, we could have just went up, teleported right to the arena there. Very weird Latverk hides out. Oh, he's up in the middle city, I think. Here, let's not navigate the streets if we don't have to. We're going right to the arena. Battle Bliss. Hey, Snuffigan, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Gimpy has the sniffles. It's all Mrs. Gimpy's fault. Must be a cat virus? Could be. Wouldn't doubt it. Cats are filthy creatures. She gave me some honey tea at least? No, she actually had to go do stuff today. She's not even here to take care of me, my sickness. I had to take care of myself. For your date, Alexia has swapped out her previous dress for an equally elegant outfit. The blood red hue of a new gown seems particularly fitting, considering the activities of the arena. There you are, my friend. Let's hurry to the box reserved for distinguished guests. I am determined not to let you enjoy the spectacle from any other seats. Your dress is very elegant. Wow, that's all we got? You give her a compliment and that's it? She even blushes slightly and gives you a pleased smile. I am flattered that you notice such things, especially here in the arena, where there are so many other sights to capture your attention. Speaking of which, the fight is about to start. That didn't look like that went very well. A fierce battle unfolds in the arena. The bloody freak surges forward, launching into a brutal attack against Atselm. Atselm desperately tries to resist the onslaught, but the bloody freak is relentless. He strikes one fierce blow after another, showing no signs of exhaustion or fatigue as he bears down on his opponent. Atselm attempts to fight back against her enemy with quick, sudden attacks, but fails to find an opening. Her movements begin to slow, and her footsteps leave behind a crimson trail of blood. Alexia observes you closely. Her eyes sparkle with lively curiosity, and you are forced to turn your attention away from the fight as she asks. Slavery is the cornerstone of our life in the Abyss, and gladiator fights are a popular source of entertainment. How are such shows perceived on your homeland of Galarian? What is your view of slavery?
Hey Gimpy, have you hydrated lately? If not, you really should.
Slavery is disgusting. People hold different opinions about slavery on Galarian, but it is forbidden by law in many places. I think slavery is a reasonable practice, but unfortunately not everyone shares my opinion. Different lands and different nations have very different customs. It would be difficult to speak for all of them on this matter. Lawful. She looks slightly perplexed. But if these laws dictate the will of others, they restrict freedom. How is that any different from the chains and shackles of slavery? This is also complicated, but so exciting at the same time. I'd like to learn more about your world. With a victorious growl, the bloody freak hurls himself recklessly at his rival, who appears to be exhausted from her wounds. However, Atselm was merely feigning weakness. She dodges at the last moment and strikes a resounding blow. Blood gushes from the demon's wound, and his growl of rage gives way to a howl of desperation. Alexia glances disinterestedly at the arena, then returns her attention to you. She's clearly more interested in conversation than in watching the fight. Nevertheless, even Galarians who are not enslaved are often forced to fight by those in authority. Yet they still charge into battle with as much zeal as those two gladiators down in the arena. So tell me, what gives them the motivation to fight? What do they hope to achieve? Those with honor will follow the orders of their sovereign and fight because it is their duty. Everyone fights for their own interests. They just pretend otherwise. Demon nods her emphatic approval. I'm so happy that you do not practice the foolish self-deception that is so popular among mortals. Indeed, everyone fights for themselves. It is so nice to make the acquaintance of such a shrewd and insightful individual. Edsel, no longer putting up a pretense of weakness, advances against the bloody freak, dealing him several painful blows. She strikes with precision, drawing blood but never delivering a fatal blow. The audience goes wild as Edsel toys with her opponent, and the smell of blood hangs heavy in the air. There's no doubt that the merciless symphony of violence being played out in the arena will soon reach its deadly crescendo. Oops.
I do not think oops means what you think it means.
But the bloody freak isn't finished. He lets out a monstrous, bloodthirsty howl. It reverberates around the arena as he channels his powerful rage into one last brutal attack. He strikes as swift as lightning, and Edsel's flurry of blows is brought to a sudden halt. She sways slightly, then doubles over as if embracing the blade that was just plunged through her body. Then, with another primal roar, the demon cuts her down, dispatching his weakened opponents with one powerful strike. Hey, Inferno, welcome back. Alexia watches Edsel closely. She muses thoughtfully, but every warrior will meet their death eventually. How do Galarians face the end of their life? Are they scared of death? Do they despise it? Or do they welcome it as a friend? There's no reason to be afraid of a worthy death. If you die, it just means that you were too stupid and lazy to avoid your own demise. She laughs delightedly. Such a funny, witty phrase. So simple, yet so thought-provoking. I will remember that. Shh, Jeff, we don't share that part yet. Screams and howls of the crowd are deafening. The bloody freak, oblivious to his numerous wounds, basks in the admiration of the audience. The arena master's voice rings out across the battle bus. All hail the winner! Hail the bloody freak! Just a second. Hepzibah rises from her place and announces loudly, I want this bloodthirsty fighter to be my servant. From now on, he is my slave, and anyone insolent enough to object will face my wrath. Do you want to outbid Hepzibah for this fierce gladiator? World 20. Ugh. Diplomacy. Now we can do this one. If you outbid Hepzibah for this gladiator, you'll wipe the smirk off her arrogant face. Succeeded. Alexia averts her gaze, but fails to hide her mischievous smile. What a positively delightful idea. I can't resist. What you do to me. You discovered my weakness. Only moments ago, Hepsa commanded the attention of the entire audience as she boasted about her power. However, when Alexia rises from her seat, all eyes turn toward the succubus. I dare to challenge the claim of the most esteemed Hepzibah. I am touched by this fighter's tenacity. He has found a way to my heart. I wish to make him my bodyguard. If anyone dares to argue against my right to make such a claim, they can say it to my face. The arena master glances cautiously at Hepzibah. Then he turns to Alexia and gives her a respectful nod. The crowd erupts into jeers and shouts, clearly enjoying the public humiliation of Baphomet's daughter. Hepzibah bellows and utters wild curses, and the sound of her wrath shakes the arena. But Alexia ignores her threats with a look of magnificent disdain and gives you a sly smile. All demons play with their food? Sure they do. This was so exciting. I've enjoyed our time together here at the arena. However, I cannot resist the urge to appear with you somewhere in high society. I'm sure you wouldn't say no to attending a private reception with me at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. Shabira has prepared something special for her guests. I would very much like you to experience it with me. I shall wait for you at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. You really must come. I simply won't take no for an answer. Alexia suddenly pauses as she is about to leave. She turns towards you with a look of gentle reproach. Oh, you should have reminded me. I nearly forgot. After such a wonderful time together, you must become a regular guest. I insist. please accept this little gift as a reminder that the doors of my manor are always open to you. This coin is a key to the teleportation arch located in the upper city. I would not normally give something like this to my ordinary guests, but there's nothing ordinary about you, is there? Okay, we've got a coin. So we can teleport directly to the upper city now. Okay.
That is not far.
It's not far, but it's too far. Irma, you're back. Champion, I'm so glad to see you. Are you here to fight in the arena, or are you just looking for a place to hide from the crowd of fans? My companion Social needs to meet the Dire One. That's his brother, by the way. He does, and who is he exactly? Some upstart nobody? No, we can't allow someone like him into the league, even if he does have connections. We all accept the best, although, Cambion gives a sinister grin. There's another option. If he wants to meet the Dire One, he can do it. If in the arena, one-on-one. But I bet he's too spineless, doesn't have the guts to fight. I agree. Trevor is my brother. He would never raise a hand against me. You actually believe that? Ha ha ha. Now I really want to see this fight. I'll enjoy watching the Dire One rip this naive little brother's throat out with his teeth. How about a bet? I'll wager my life for my brother's freedom. If he recognizes me, he can leave with me. If he kills me, well, then you get your show. Whoa, we have ourselves a gambler. Deal. We can't wait for the fun to begin. Social is ready to enter the arena and face Trevor. He is. Is that right? Well, let's go. Yeah, so Irma finally came... Well, we haven't really been back since we scared him off. Social steps into the arena, his eyes wandering around the stands full of clamorous spectators. The faces of demons and mortals alike, merging into a horrendous multi-eyed monster which roars at the top of its many
everyone.
lungs in the endless thirst for
My name is
blood.
Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. And Inferno, I wish that was an option. I wish that was an option. Anyway, the audience is chanting the Dire, and the Dire One answers their call. Dark-skinned warrior in an enclosed helmet approaches Social. His body is covered with scars, old and new, intertwining in a web-like layers. Even the fingers of the veteran gladiator are marred and disfigured. The same hands that once produced delicate wooden designs, a source of joy for the whole village, now grip a weapon, and a weapon that is pointed at the young cleric. Trevor, brother, is that you? The helmet prevents the gladiator from hearing anything not already drowned out by the crowd. The warrior breaks into a sprint and lunges at Social with the sword raised to strike. Social raises his shield. Oh, it's one of these things. Gladiator's weapon hits the shield with an enormous clang that sounds like a lament. You know what? Social doesn't even have a shield. He raises his blade again, but suddenly freezes. After several seconds of examining the shield, his eyes slowly track up to the face of the man holding it. Social? Trevor lowers his weapon slowly, his disfigured fingers unclench, letting the sword fall to the arena floor. The gladiator collapses to his knees next to the blade. Brother, I am so sorry. Immaculate petal, that's a heavy shield. That's okay. How did this happen to you? Just look at yourself. You betrayed everything, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to apologize. You chose this path and have been following it heroically. I'm proud of you. How did this happen to you? I was fighting. I wanted to. Strained breathing echoes from underneath the helmet. The gladiator clenches his fist and shakes his head, unable to find the right words to tell his story properly. I wanted to kill them all, at any cost. I wanted to spare you from going to war. They fooled me. There were too many of them, and the price to pay was too high. You are no brother of mine, no. You don't have to apologize. You chose this path and have been following it heroically. I am proud of you. Irma, what a turn of events. The two challenges turned out to be brothers, and the Battle Bliss Arena welcomes our new commander. Will the newcomer live up to the standards of his fierce brother? How would the Hydrian League welcome him? Is either of them ready to sacrifice himself to save the other? Soon you will find out, because now the dire one must fight in the arena alongside his younger brother. You've never seen anything quite like this before. The demon gives the guards a barely noticeable nod, while the crowd goes wild for the gladiators. Trevor picks his blade up from the ground and points it at the arena guards circling the two brothers. The simple gesture has a truly intimidating effect on the demons. Leave, brother. I will stay here and hold them off until the end, like a hero. The young cleric places his palms on top of his brother's huge calloused fists, clutching the blade's hilt. Their eyes meet through the slit of the helmet, and something changes. Already an enormous muscular hulk, Trevor becomes even larger and stronger. The mythic power bestowed upon Socio by his commander is channeling through his brother as well. Super Trevor. My goddess, can you hear me? I am not worthy of your grace. I have abandoned my path and your teachings for this endless, hopeless war. I have nothing to look forward to anymore. But if only you can still hear my prayers, please help my brother, keep my brother safe. In answer to the fallen paladin's rasping prayer, Socio's shield is enveloped in an iridescent glow. So I know it's a lot of reading. It's tearing my throat up. But I will hydrate. There. Now run, escape, farewell, brother, remember me. Oh look, see, it's Super Trevor. Trevor, you should learn how to cleave. Had the reach, you should have cleaved. Socio runs out of the arena, pursued by demonic screams and the thunder of cracking rock. He turns back to steal one last look at the place where his brother fought his final battle against the Abyss.
It's over. Trevor is gone. At least, I got a chance to see him one last time, and to witness his final heroic deed. Thank you. I would have never found him without your help.
Well, you do now. Do you think he is a hero?
Yes. He strayed from the path of a paladin, but not the ideals of the crusade itself. Even the thought of what these monsters did to him terrifies me. Still, despite the unimaginable torment, he was able to remember who he once was. I think he would have inspired even the best of the Hell Knights if he hadn't been caught by these demons.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. How am I going to tell her mother? I don't want her to know of his fall. I'll tell them he died like a hero, fighting demons in the Abyss. That's not a lie. It really happened.
Yeah, but can we turn him into an undead paladin? Is a real question.
I will remember him at his best. I will do everything I can to end this war as soon as possible. Nobody deserves what Trevor had to endure, and I will make sure nobody else will.
On his body.
Yes. Let us.
I want the body, damn it. We can put it to good use. I tried to slay my companion Socio and his brother. can hardly blame me for that, champion. I'm the arena manager. How could I pass up such a scintillating drama when it was unfolding right before my eyes? They both wanted to reunite so badly, and I was going to make that happen. They are so different from one another. They truly have nothing in common. But with each new foe, their affection for one another would grow. Every fight would strengthen the brotherly bond between them. How scared they would be of losing each other. Oh, all of the city would show up to watch that show. The money would pour in, and everyone would be making bets about which brother would die in the other's arms. Should I attack him again? He immediately vanishes and Red for your lives, champion. Whatever. I had to chase him. Or I had to see if I could actually kill him. One of these days we'll catch him.
I'll go ahead.
Look, stuff. So at least Trevor got us some gear to loot. Needs to learn how to use cleave, though. Seriously, why can't we take his body and use it for our own? Because what do they need the body for? Okay. The Wickets, that's for Ember. That's for Luchalet. So we need to do, go visit what's-her-face. Second breakfast, I would guess. Second breakfast? There's no second breakfast here. Flesh market. Is that the flesh market? No, art of making friends? Grudges are settled. What's that one? Hello, city. A perilous cesspool, blah blah blah. Be wise to find her there and deal with her once and for all. Ah. Okay, Latberg. Okay, so this is the guy we're looking for. We won't question remains, a matter of psychology, blah blah blah. So it's somewhere on the middle. Okay, so flesh markets. And to reminder, I'm trying not to talk a whole lot because I've got a nice little cold going on. So I get the sniffles and it's kind of a sore throat. So I'm trying not to talk if I don't have to. Okay, so that's where we have to go up here. Is that that's not a shortcut that way, is it? The attentive dogs keep you company? Yeah, the attentive dogs who are sleeping at the front door. we're supposed to go there to meet with what's her face, but fellow commoners. Supposed to go in here to meet with what's his face so we can kill him. Evil little Asimar. Doesn't seem right, does it?
Follow my lead.
Latverk. You little bastard. Looking even paler than before, Latverk greets you in a trembling voice. Did you stop her? Is Red Mask still a threat to us? I know everything about you and your highly unusual tastes. Asimar does not even attempt to justify himself in the face of the accusation. Instead, he shrieks, "It's not my fault. I did not want this weakness, but it gnaws at me from the inside. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but there's nothing I can do to stop myself. But I swear, I was kind to those girls the rest of the time. It was I who saved them." You made a mistake, Latverk. You let yourself get caught. That is why you deserve no mercy. Your tone is dry, cruel, and just a little bit sad. There's a wound festering in your soul. It hurts, but you cannot share this pain with anyone, or your friends would turn away, which is why you set out to make friends yourself. Them. Ember points at the Asimar women. But this isn't a true friendship. You are still lonely and still hurting. I feel sorry for you. Time has come. You will answer for your crimes. Red Mask. The show of impeccable timing, Red Mask drops from the rafters looking like the remorseless spirit of vengeance incarnate. She lands in front of the ashen-faced Latverk, and a harsh, damning voice proclaims, "The hour of retribution is at hand, scum. You will pay for each and every one of your crimes." Oh shit, something. May evil never go unpunished. We don't talk to her, huh? No, don't touch me, and he runs off. Oh, why is Solsi on the front? My little birds, protect me from this vermin. They've come to enslave you once again. You little birds? That's always a nice little
We won't fall here.
description.
I swear it.
Oh look, it's Latverk. Wow. Not the easiest to hit there. Ember. I hear Ember like playing with fire. Just the horde wilting. Fire's better. Ember's the true murderer of the group. Bob. Go get him, Bob. Don't get him, Bob. Bob needs to work on those the hits. 26. Piranha strikes a little bit of penalty, but it's not that bad. Bone Shatter. Side. Barely injured. He's got a lot of hit points for wimpy little Asimar. We have all the good buffs on, right? No, we don't. We need to do our other stuff. Angelic Aura is permanent? Or is that part of that's got to be part of that? Cammy. Here, lower his will save. Okay, he made a saving throw. Angry Skeleton. Such a massive cheesesteak spell in Baldur's Gate 2. Shh. Get him stomping. He's not flat-footed anymore, right? What's the deal? Shield of Faith, Mage Armor, so we need to dispel him. And he's hasted. Hey, leave Bob alone, you bastard. Ember. Blast him with fire. That kind of fire. Bob. Chew on him some more, Bob. Just no 20s. Gimpy.
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Animal shapes. So turns a beast shape 3 exchange for blah blah. Every ally in a 10-foot area into a large bear. Word wilting stuff. Oh, can we do frightful aspect?
Let's try this way.
Did it shaken him? He's immune to shaken. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? And Gippy missed with the harm. Jeez. Socio. Holy Aura. So is he even evil? He is lawful evil, so. Holy Aura. Spells by evil creatures and conquer. Cammy, you have greater dispel, right? So, dispelled a bunch of stuff off of him. So, that'll help get his armor class down a little bit. Yep. Still not rolling over 17, but, you know, whatever. No sneak attacks? Why not? Leave Bob alone, you bastard. Go Bob. This reduces armor class. We all kind of like Bob? Yes, we do. That's why we don't want Bob to die. We don't have to, because Bob got his fair shot in there. So, Latverk. The Aasimar. Screams desperately, smearing tears of blood, tears and blood across his aristocratic face. I'm begging you, spare me. This disgusting trait, this addiction, it makes me hate myself. I was weak, but I swear I will no longer allow my weakness to harm anyone else. Bring me to justice if you wish, but spare me from your vengeance. Can we turn him into undead? Trickster. Not to the Aasimar woman. He's yours. Do with him as you see fit. Latverk cast a frightened glance at the captives, eyeing him with predatory intent. What? But they are my little birds. I love them. I've been taking care of them. They would never harm me. You think so? Watch them ripple apart. Okay. Teeth bared with wild, almost bestial fury, the Aasimar women rush toward Latverk. They have no weapons. They tear into him with teeth and nails until the madman's agonized screeches give way to a choked, gurgling whimpers. Red Mask. Without further ado, the Avenger bends over Latverk. When she stands again, she is holding the bloody strip of skin that used to be the Aasimar's face. The woman takes off her mask and smiles with satisfaction. He took away my beauty. Now I've taken his. Red Mask stretches Latverk's face over her own. Fixing it in place with a handful of barbed hooks, she drives into her own flesh. Rivulets of blood run down the woman's neck, giving her the grotesque and terrifying appearance. Hey, Jaguar, welcome back. Just in time. You'll take care of these young women, and I will take my leave. This corrupt city is full of scum whose wrongdoings remain unpunished. I will bring retribution to each and every one of them. Red Mask laughter echoes eerily through the cellar's vaults, full of excitement and a lust for blood that can only be sated by more brutal killing. Hey, Nazaran, welcome back. You did a noble thing when you did not abandon the weak in their hour of need. You have my deepest respect. Show the Aasimar girls a safe place to the Nexus. Go to my camp. Sure, why not? The young Aasimar women exchange glances, then nod gratefully to you. Huddled together in a tight group, they set out in search of the promised shelter. They carry themselves with an air of grim determination to look after one another and find a way out of this terrible place. Ta-da. Ooh, a book. Temple of Roses. I don't know. He had a kukri? What was he doing with a kukri? Abrupt end. So it's a +4 shocking burst. Finesse wielding weapon. So burst kukri, +2 insight bonus attack rolls against enemies armed with shields, and +2 bonus to damage rolls against enemies armed with two-handed weapons. Protection 3, cloak resistance 3. Oh, look, there's a door. The real loot. Gloves of Enduring Lizard. So whenever the wearer of these gloves casts a level 7 spell or higher, they get 20 temporary hit points for 1 minute. It's an interesting choice for a wizard, but okay. This gloves. She's got gloves. Range touch attack roll. She's not going to use that one. Gimpy. Devouring Lust. Whenever the wearer of these gloves lands a melee touch attack, the enemy must pass a will saving throw. I never had that happen. So, Gimpy can always use more hit points. Four. Can't wear rings. Oh. Heavy shield. Unidentified. How's that unidentified? That's not the right shield. Gives away acknowledging our 5. My stupendous die rolls against evil characters can be worn only by evil aligned creatures. Oh, you shouldn't be using this thing. You get penalized for swinging at people. So why haven't we ID'd this one though? A cold against medium and smaller creatures. No tower shield.
Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for November. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Oh, no, yeah, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. Why haven't we ID'd that? I mean, seriously, why haven't we ID'd this? Ron. Oh, the dinosaur needs a heal. Bob. Dun. Use until heal. That didn't help a lot. Did that even work? Wow, those potions did not work on him. Oh, because Bob is an undead dinosaur. He doesn't drink those kind of potions. Oops.
Time's not waiting.
Forgot.
This spell doesn't work like that.
He's an undead dinosaur. He's not a living dinosaur. He's mostly dead. Now you know. Yeah, he's death touched. He's a death touched dinosaur. Partially successful attempt at revival, a strange blight or repeated exposure to undead. Untouched companions are living animals with the trace of the undead, somewhat like damn fears. So, which means he can't be healed
As it
normally.
should be.
He's got to be hurt in order to be healed. Healing him hurts him. Make sense? Makes perfect sense. Okay, now we go back over here.
That is not far. I'll go ahead.
Alexia, it was a good idea of mine to introduce you to high society at this reception. We're a subject of gossip among the guests. I heard them whispering about how we showed up together. Try to entertain you with some conversation. You look stunning in your new outfit as usual. So what will happen at this private reception? Try to entertain you with some conversation. She nods with mock solemnity. You have my permission. Chimera the Ardent Dream. Hey, you're a big bug. Chimera's voice rings out through the hall. All rise. The proceedings will now begin with the dispensation of justice. I, Chimera the Ardent Dream, will perform the duties of judge. The rights of prosecution will be granted to anyone acquainted with rage and hatred, and the part of the defender will be given to time and blind fate. All the participants are obliged to show dread and obedience to the decisions of the court. Now, her best case is brought by the assassin Dogward against the bodyguard for hire Catrol, whatever. Dogward accuses Catrol of being exceedingly nimble and dexterous. This excessive dexterity enabled the defendant to foil 3 assassination attempts against his employer, thus preventing the plaintiff from fulfilling his contract. Lexi is more interested in having a conversation than is watching the sham trial. You know, my dear friend, after our last, she pauses playfully, visit to the Battle Bliss, I've been thinking a lot about the customs of Galarian. Despite our differences, we actually have a lot in common. Our actions and desires stem from the same passions, except when it comes to. Her eyes widen with excitement, and she utters a word that is as foreign to the abyss as you are. To love. It is common knowledge that demons know nothing about love, so why don't you explain it to me? It's a useful illusion that offers an escape from loneliness. Love is a load of nonsense invented by naive fools. Sorry, but does this bother you? Love is a broad concept. It would be impossible to explain. A load of nonsense invented by naive fools. She smiles knowingly. If you keep talking like that, you might find yourself quite popular here in the abyss. Oh, Jeff. Growling with rage, Control, the bodyguard, has his head chopped off with a giant axe for being too good at his job. The crowd roars its approval, and the beaming plaintiff counts his coins. Is it not true that love restricts freedom, and that its harsh constraints can sometimes lead to cruel, evil deeds? Does not love force people to act contrary to their desires and subordinate them to the object of their affection? Do not even the most loving souls feel occasional regret about trading away their freedom for love? Haven't the most terrible betrayals been committed for the sake of love? Doesn't unrequited love cause mortals to commit suicide? And isn't rejection the reason they often resort to violence and other terrible crimes? I'm most curious to hear your answers to these questions. It's a lot of questions. Yes, when a mortal cannot control their emotions, their love can become a devastating force. That's why the feelings and emotions of the heart must be governed by the logic and reason of the mind. Ha! When people are in love, quotes, the first thing they do is shackle themselves to each other as tightly as possible. It's not a trial, it's a parody, and it's disgusting. No, we don't care about that. Yes, when a mortal cannot control their emotions, their love can become a devastating force. Look at you more closely. You speak of love as if it were a weapon. A true warrior respects their blade because of it. It is capable of cutting down enemies and careless owners alike. You treat love as carefully as you would a sword. Shamira the Ardent Dream. Oh, she wasn't the bug. The execution has the audience in an uproar. The demons howl their approval, and Shamira has to raise her voice to be heard above the noise. Next, we'll hear the case of Varsa the Nose Cutter. He attacked two visitors from another plane, even though the great Nocticula made it clear that they were under her protection. Varsa the Nose Cutter tracked down his victims in the upper city and killed them with his glaive. Then he robbed them and cut off their tongues and noses. Hey, Tully, welcome back. Just strong positive emotional and mental states. For the most sublime virtue or good habit, the deepest interpersonal affection. Commoner. The scrawny demon doesn't look like a hardened killer. He writhes in his shackles, yelling hysterically. But I am not Varsa the Nose Cutter. I don't even know who that is. My name is Sharzal. And I've never been to the upper city. I'm not allowed to enter, even though that's where a slaver of my status should live. Besides, I've never held a glaive in my life. This is all Hepsamira's fault. She wanted to buy my slaves at half price, and I refused to sell. And now she's taking revenge against me and plans to get her hands on my slaves. Sounds like he should have sold at half. It seems to me that the love is like a living creature. Sometimes it behaves one way, and in other times another way. It is contradictory and inconsistent.
Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
Yes.
If not, you really should.
It leads to both good and bad outcomes, and like every living creature, it is bound to die eventually. After all, every love, no matter how strong, is doomed to die. Is that not so? Amber nods seriously. That is true. Love always ends. It either ceases to be love or is lost altogether when the one we love dies. That is why we mortals value love so much. We know that it will be over before we are ready. Love comes and goes, but duties and responsibilities remain. Love is like the food you buy in a cheap tavern. It smells better than it tastes as well sooner than you would expect. She tries to look stern, but she finally gives up and bursts out laughing. I don't know if I should be associated with you. You have such a wicked tongue, yet I cannot deny your wit. You may be dreadfully cynical and terribly naughty, but you are also very clever. Shamira shouts to be heard above the screams of the Varsa the Nose Cutter. The court finds the evidence of the indicted person's innocence to be quite convincing. However, false justice requires every sin be punished, so therefore, I hereby declare that this demon is Varsa the Nose Cutter, and he shall be executed without further delay. Shamira throws a conspiratorial glance at Hepsamira, who stands nearby. The latter grins and bows mockingly. Shamira announces loudly, and the last crime for today is the most harmful and treacherous. This is going to involve us, isn't it? Listen to Shamira attentively. The crime of sinful mercy, and the offense was further aggravated by an attempt at self-sacrifice. Tiefling is brought forward in chains. Shamira glares furiously at the bloody, beaten figure. The mortal who stands before you is a descendant of Sharzal, a slave trader who died recently. A week ago, the Tiefling was offered the chance to be an accomplice in the murder of his progenitor. Sharzal, in exchange for a portion of Sharzal's slave holdings. However, this mortal refused to participate in such a cunning, highly profitable murder. Driven by some insane familial sentiment and disgusting display of fondness, Shamira literally spits out the last word. He warned Sharzal about the possible attempt on his life and personally hired Catrol, one of the best bodyguards in the city, to guard his father's life. Shamir has to shout to be heard over the indignant clamor of her demonic audience. There's more. During the last attempt on Sharzal's life, this mortal, driven by the most disgusting feelings of duty and gratitude for his own existence, tried to cover his father with his own body to save him from the assassin's dagger. We find such actions to be criminally insane and dangerous. Therefore, false justice demands that we sentence this mortal to death. Sharzal's property will be declared destitute of an heir, and henceforth accessible to anyone who wishes to take possession of it. Tiefling is too weak to protest, and at a signal from Shamira, he is executed by the guards. Oh, look at the head go flying through the wall. Nexalia smiles at you, her eyes sparkling with excitement. She seems uninterested in the drama that Des played out before your eyes. Thank you for our conversation. I expected to find it interesting, but I had no idea that our discussion would be so thought-provoking. I'm so glad I decided to come here with you. I sincerely hope that you'll visit me again. I hope to see you at my manor soon. I host small receptions for the most interesting and noteworthy residents for the Upper City. Conversations at these receptions are always entertaining. If you were to attend, we could continue our discussion about love. Of course, I seriously doubt my guests would be interested in this topic as I am, so perhaps we should finish our conversation in private. I hope to see you soon, dear friend. Don't stay away too long. I'm looking forward to your next visit. Alexei gives you the dazzling smile, then vanishes into thin air. So that was interesting. Off with his head through the wall. So that's it's way out there. Okay. Is it a different crowd? No, it's pretty much the same crowd, isn't it? Okay, next. Ember still wants to meet with Nocticula. Dreams and Ruins, that's Rochelet. Still don't know what we're supposed to be doing through this. Weaken the soul, which appears to be unusually strong. Still have to find this person. Now hiding somewhere in the lower city. A perilous cesspool divided of morality.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I wonder too. So, resist acid. Resist fire. Cold. Electricity. Sonic. I don't know. So we're in Middle City. Going so differently for a good path character. I haven't really done anything that evil though. I mean, yeah, evil stuff, but I haven't really done anything that evil in this so far. At least this part of it. I mean, we've done some stuff, but it's not evil. I think. See, he'd be strongly lawful evil. He's fine. He's fine. Lich level 3, that's not correct. He's... oh. Now I'm confused. Why is it Lich level 3? What does this even mean? Oh. Let's go see if we can meet with Nocticula. Now that we have a quick way to get up there. I actually already had one before, but do the whorehouse, but this is even faster. Terrace of the Fabled Mistresses. Brothel. Yes, brothel. Sorry. I used the wrong word. I used the mean word. Come on. Walls are moving. We're up, down. 10,000 divides, that's the brothel. The mansion. Capture, rupture. I'll try Nocticula is over here, I think. Across the bridge. Dum, 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 dum. We don't know if she actually wants to meet us, though. But Ember wants to talk to her. I'm looking forward to this conversation between Nocticula and Ember. Let me in unless you want to share the same footage of brothers and sisters on Galarian. Demons yawns lazily, Maki on Galarian. Where's that? I want to go in. You've not been invited. Make yourself scarce. I'll do it for you. I thought Nocticula wanted to talk to us. Down, go up. Am I supposed to talk to her? What's her face? She in the Rapture of Rupture. I think that's where she might be. The Art of Making Friends. Secure an audience with the harem of ardent dreams. Still working on that, aren't we? Some mention that in order to gain 5% of the road, must overcome the most precision of the blah blah blah. Gain entry to the harem or hardened dreams. I thought we did that. Walking on corpses. Oh, invitation. Okay, that's where we're going. So we are going over here. Let's go all the way back over. Ah, can't see. Run faster. So we have to get up over there. We have to get up here. Is there a portal up from here? Or demons. There we go. Let's look at the right ones. Let's cross here, right? Yep.
Follow my.
Hi, commoners. Right, you say you're gonna fight. How about we find out? You guys? You wanna fight with me? Probably should have stepped away, but Bob's right here. Get him, Bob. Is he shaking? Come on. Flat-footed, true same, fast healing. Eh. Step away. Mark him. Shoot him. He's flat-footed, but no sneak attacks. Cammy. Get away. Sleep that one. Or not. Oh, immune to slumber. Wonderful. Gimpy. Oh, that's right, Gimpy's doing the frightful aspect thing. How long does that last? Only 9 more minutes. Bring some skeletons out to keep them busy. No?
This will hurt.
Nice miss. Oh, it was Gimpy's weapon that was making that stuff. Okay, Soul Seal. Step away. Shield the Law, 1 round per level. Yeah, I don't think we need it against these guys, more than likely. Shader's Edge? Yeah. I need to 20% around target. So, if this does anything. Again, he doesn't have enough spell penetration to make that a thing. Ember. They like fire. Fire snakes. Get him, Bob. Is Bob enlarged? He is. Ow. That was not necessary. Staunton. That was unexpected. Bob the Undead Dinosaur. That is correct. Typical miss. Bite. Okay. Gammy, get away from that.
Hey, bag of water, it is time to take a break. Go stretch your legs.
After this fight. So
Your next
Bob's
break
moving.
is in 2 hours.
He is, Jeff. He is moving up. Yimpy. Dude making a saving throw.
Begone, fiend!
Celsio's not using a weapon. Where does Glaive go? He had a Glaive. Where'd it go? Marching Terror. There we go. Rather than Bob the Undead dead person, I guess. Maybe. Ember. Almost dead demon. Bob. Bob's right there. Wow. Bob got angry. almost dead. Cammy, shoot him.
I'll cut you wide open.
Or not.
A calculated risk.
Wow, okay, Gimpy getting good with that scythe against wimpy demons. Falchions +2 all the way around. Okay, so we're headed over. Right in front of us, kinda. So right there. So we will pause here, take a break, get the scout report going before I take my break. Just a second. The scout report is every day at approximately this time. We guesstimate whether Scout, a cat that lives here in our complex, she's not a stray, she does have a home, but she adopted Mrs. Gimpy about 3 years ago now. And as a result, she shows up on our porch and in our condo on a regular basis. She's currently on a 7-day streak of being seen, I think. Verify that here in a second after I get this in there. Oops. Dun, dun, dun. See if this works. Okay. I'm sorry. My voice. So, I'm going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll find out the results here of the scout prediction. Has she been seen the past 24 hours or not? Oh, his name is not compliant. Why? No, what's wrong? I don't understand what the thing is, because this is too long. Is that what it is? I don't like these new rules they've imposed on the predictions. Anyway, there you go. So, go ahead and make a prediction. Has Scout been seen in the past 24 hours or not? We'll find out the results here when I get back from break. And we'll continue on for another couple hours. Are you allowed to do those? What, the predictions? It doesn't like the hashtag symbol. It doesn't like the hashtag symbol. So that's the issue. Anyway, go ahead and make a prediction. If you don't see a predict button at the top of your chat window, refresh your browser, it should show up. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. Thank you very much for watching.